If you are a podcaster or podcast editor and you are struggling to find the perfect clip that need to be added in the trailer, then this video will be game changer for you. I analyzed the trailer of Diary of a CEO podcast, Mel Robbins podcast, Jay Shetty podcast, and Indian Business School podcast. I broke them down second by second and found the pattern that they use in their trailers. And that pattern is the reason their trailer stop you from scrolling. A podcast trailer is not the summary, it's not the highlight reel. It is a carefully engineered emotional experience built to make a complete stranger feel like they cannot miss it. And every successful trailer makes you feel three things. I learned something, I felt something, and I need more. After analyzing hundreds of podcast trailer, I figured it out 7 key elements that you can add in a trailer so that you can make your podcast trailer engaging. I am going to break it down each point with the real examples. So without any further delay, let's get started. Your podcast isn't just content, it's your brand, your credibility, and your voice. Whether you are launching your first podcast, growing your existing show, or scaling your podcast for business, Next Orbit Media handle everything after you hit record. I am Vicky, founder of Next Orbit Media. I have edited and produced over 300 podcasts over the last 3 years. And I know exactly what it takes to make a podcast credible and consistent. Book a free audit call and I'll show you what your podcast needs to grow. The very first thing of a trailer is the hook. The first 5 to 10 seconds of a trailer that make a complete stranger stop scrolling and pay attention. Its only job is to surprise you before your brain decides to move on. Let's understand with this example.
There's a reason no one makes videos like me. Because no one wants to live the life I live or be in my head. They would be miserable.
This is the very first line of a trailer is the hook. No introduction, no welcome, no setup. Mr. Beast is the biggest YouTuber on the planet. And the very first thing you hear from him is he is saying he is miserable. Nobody expected. You come in thinking you will see success and confidence. And instead, you hear vulnerability and pain. That contrast is a surprise that stops the scroll completely. And now comes to the second point, which is pain point. The moment in your trailer when you speak about the problem that your audience is already feeling. When you hear your own problem out loud, you immediately feel the podcast is made for you. Let's understand with the example.
Everyone is going to be an easy target because we were never taught how to protect ourselves. Password is the #1 most popular password that is still used to this day.
Almost every person watching this trailer uses internet every single day, and almost none of them feel confident about their online safety. This line speaks directly to the silent fear. It also removes the blames. It says it's not your fault. You were never taught. That immediately make you feel understood rather than judged. Let's take another example.
I grew up in a tough environment. I had 4 different fathers. My mom, she drank alcohol and took prescription drugs. We had no money, no food. And then the thing that changed my whole life.
Tony Robbins is known as the most successful life coach. But this moment strips away all of that and shows a broken childhood that millions of people lived themselves. The pain point here is not the problem stated. It is a life being described. If you have grown in a difficult home, you immediately feel connected to this story. The trailer is no longer about Tony Robbins, it's about you. And the next point is the guest credibility moment. The guest credibility moment is not the one-liner, it's the entire scene where you told who the person is. From the moment introduction started to the moment it's end. It could be 10 seconds or it could be 30 seconds. Its only job is to make you trust the voice that you are going to listen for the next 1 to 2 hours. Let's take example.
That's Jensen Huang. And whether you know it or not, his decisions are shaping your future. He's the CEO of NVIDIA, the company that's skyrocketed over the past few years to become one of the most valuable companies in the world. Because they led a fundamental shift in how computers work, unleashing this current explosion of what's possible with technology.
NVIDIA's done it again.
We found ourselves being one of the most important technology companies in the world and potentially ever.
A huge amount of the most futuristic tech that you're hearing about in AI and robotics and gaming and self-driving cars and breakthrough medical research relies on new chips and software designed by him and his company. During the dozens of background interviews that I did to prepare for this, what struck me most was how much Jensen Huang has already influenced all of our lives over the last 30 years, and how many said it's just the beginning of something even bigger. We all need to know what he's building and why, and most importantly, what he's trying to build next. Welcome to Huge Conversations.
The moment Jensen Huang is introduced, the trailer does not just give his title, it builds his relevance layer by layer. First, whether you know him or not, his decision is shaping your future. Then it's explain NVIDIA and what the company did to computing. then it connected him to AI. By the time scene ends, you do not just know who the Jensen Huang is, you feel you need to know more about him. That's the credibility moment done at the highest level. Let's take another example.
Today, you and I are going to learn to protect yourself online from award-winning cybersecurity expert Caitlin Sarian. She has been recognized with multiple awards, including Cybersecurity Woman of the World, Cybersecurity Educator of the Year, Top Cyber News Magazine 40 Under 40 in 2024. Caitlin has been on a mission to make cybersecurity easy.
Cybersecurity is not for experts, it's literally for everyone.
The trailer directly opens with the host introducing the guest. In under 30 seconds, you know exactly who is speaking and exactly why you should listen it. Cybersecurity is a topic where you need to feel safe before you open up to the information. That introduction scene builds the safety immediately. You do not question the advice because the authority is already built. So now comes to the next point, cliffhanger. The moment you start a story and reveal something important and cut before the answer comes, you are left with the open questions your brain needs to close. The only way to close it to watch the full episode. Let's understand with the example.
If we just focus on these 5 things, even though you may feel overwhelmed right now, these are the 5 things that really will protect you online. What are those 5 things?
Passwords, software updates. The third thing you are going to do is freeze your credit. The fourth thing you are doing is taking 9 seconds before you click on anything.
What's the final thing that we're going to do to protect ourselves?
Limit the
So in this example, 4 of the 5 things is given. You are now counting and you know there is one more. And right at the moment when 5th one is about to reveal, then it cuts. Your brain cannot handle the incomplete list. It is one of the basic psychological trigger in the content. An unfinished sequence demand completion. The only way to know what the 5th point is to watch the full episode. Let's take another example.
What is the pattern that you noticed in those people?
So I found 4 things with him. And the first thing is
Tony Robbins has worked with the president, athletes and billionaires. When he says he found a pattern, you believe on it. And when the pattern is cut right before the first point lands, the open loop is unbearable. You have been emotionally invested 2 minutes for this trailer. You are not walking away before those 4 points. The cliffhanger convert that investment into watching the full podcast. Now the next point is the moment of value. The meaning of moment of value is one genuine useful insight given in trailer itself. It builds trust and it shows us the podcast has real value. It make you feel that you have learned something the trailer itself. If you will watch the full episode, you will definitely learn more. Let's take an example.
As an expert in cybersecurity, you never hand out your real birthday or name or phone number online. Why?
correct. My question back to you is why do they need it? Why do they need your phone number? Have they ever called you?
This is a genuinely useful insight delivered in a second. Most people give their information online without thinking twice. She asked a real question why they need it. This is the real shift in how you think about online safety. Now you have learned something in the trailer itself that builds the trust in watching the full-length podcast. Let's take another example.
So only 1.5% of India's population is the tax-paying population, whereas for China this is 10% and in the US it is 43%. Ma'am, why is our tax base so small?
As long as you are earning more.
This is the real data point that most people don't know. In just 3 sentences, the trailer educates you something important about the Indian economy. You will feel smarter if you will watch the full-length podcast. And the next point is the identity mirror. The moment in the trailer where you hear yourself described so accurately that you feel this podcast is made for you specifically. When you hear it, you will feel connection to the podcast. Let's understand with the example.
Cybersecurity is not for experts, it's literally for everyone. We use it every day and it's not supposed to be a scary word.
The moment when you hear cybersecurity, you immediately feel like this is for the tech people, not for me. This trailer breaks the assumption and says, no, it's for you. It's removed the barrier between you and the content. That is the identity mirror working perfectly. Let's take another example.
But a lot of that stems from being a very confused child that's not fitting in, that feels like a freak.
Mr. Beast worth hundreds of millions of dollars and has the world's largest YouTube channel. Yet, This line describes an experience that an enormous number of people have felt. If you felt like you had nothing common with Mr. Beast, you suddenly see yourself in him. The podcast stopped being about the famous creator and become about anyone who ever felt like they did not fit in. Now you know exactly what goes into the podcast trailer that actually works. Take any podcast trailer you have right now, go find the hook, find the cliffhanger, find the moment of value. Those three alone will change the way you edit the podcast trailer. If you are in a content space, this channel is built for you. Subscribe and don't miss what's coming next.